I think the Jordan Love decision underscores something that we've learned the lesson over and over again, but we never seem to react in real time like we've learned the lesson. When Jordan Love was drafted by the Packers, people were like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and you're going to ruin Aaron Rodgers. You're going to piss Aaron Rodgers off. They went to the NFC Championship multiple times after that, so it didn't ruin them on the field. Not that I could see. Maybe it pissed Rodgers off. Okay. But it was the right thing for that organization, and at the time, people were like, what are you doing?
It was a head-scratcher.
And guess what?
Moment.
Green Bay knows what to do with fucking quarterback.
Yes, dude.
So
yeah, but
if anyone questions
–
anything –
you didn't say that.
You Chicagoans, you Bears, and
you
Southsiders should know more than any.
It's absolutely
You and me
terrible.
both said, ha, ha, ha.
No.
Look at those idiots.
Every time anytime a quarterback goes near Green Bay, I get scared.
Anytime a quarterback goes near Green Bay.
It's scary.
Well, here's good news for you. No new quarterbacks going near Green Bay for the next 12 to 14 years, because I think he might be that good. Okay? And I just want to say this.
They were 3-6, Chris.
Listen, the goalposts have continued to move, because when they were bad and I said he was good, people said, you're wrong. And then when they started winning, it was like, this is too short a sample size. And now it's like, what?
I said at week 1 he looked like Aaron Rodgers.
We'll pull that tape up and play it.
That's what I said.
He was at Utah
yeah, you're
State,
talking about
Aaron
his arm
Rodgers.
release, his arm angle.
I was talking about on Twitter, there's things that he does in the pocket, out of the pocket, throwing the football that just – or it's evident to me that he not only was in the same room as Aaron Rodgers,
yes,
but he was learning a great deal from Aaron Rodgers.
I think most people can see
who did the same thing with Brett Favre.
I think most people can see that he did pick up things from Aaron along the way, but this offense is like Matt LaFleur's offense too, which is really exciting for Matt LaFleur and for Jordan Love. But going back over some of these unpopular decisions, Kyle, I mean, I wasn't a sports fan when Herschel Walker got traded, but I went on Reddit and was trying to find out like what people who were alive at the time and adults thought about that.
He chased trains.
Like people in Minnesota thought, "Hey, we're going to win the Super Bowl now." He chased trains. We're going to win the Super Bowl now.
So fast.
We're a running back away. People in Dallas, I don't know what they thought. I wasn't down in Dallas. Maybe if you listen to the podcast and you're from Dallas, you could tell me, were you guys like fucking mad when you traded away this phenom? But that's the thing that launched Dallas into that dynasty. And, you know, I'm pretty sure it didn't work out real well for Minnesota. The Jalen pick.
The Herschel, that was a MAGA deal. Just huge.
You know what, though? I think you got to talk about the era that was traded, because then that's when running backs were so important.
We're so valuable.
It was almost like how center
could
used
you
to
imagine
be in the NBA.
Could you imagine somebody sending that many picks over for a running back now? But Ricky Williams, it was the same thing that happened with Ricky Williams. I don't know.
It's like, what would you give up for Christian McCaffrey?
I mentioned and here's the thing about Christian McCaffrey. We've said this before. The only team that would have been right trading for Christian McCaffrey is the team that traded for him.
Yeah.
Anybody else that did it.
You mean Arthur Smith wouldn't know what to do?
It wouldn't have been. Yeah, no.
Why do you say that?
Because when you trade for a running back or when you invest in a running back, I believe it's running backs are a luxury. Like, they are a necessity. If you have a really good one, they can be the straw that stirs the drink. But when you're building a team, in my opinion, the last thing you go get if you're really trying to overpay for a running back or give up draft capital is a running back. And I think a situation that's perfectly laid out for a team to take advantage of that X factor would be San Francisco. Like, say, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a middling team.
Say the Bears got Christian McCaffrey. They would
lean
on Christian McCaffrey.
You think the Bears are going to be better today?
No. Let me. I want to know if I'm hearing you right.
Yeah.
You're saying, like, if you're going to get a guy that's a running back, he can't be the guy. He's got to complement certain people that are the pieces that are already in place.
It's not Paul McCartney. We got the Beatles
if you're going to draft a special running back on a fucking rookie deal, then by all means do it. I don't think that, like, Bijan Robinson picked in the top 10. I don't have any issue with picking running backs high. Mm-hmm. If you think there's somebody truly special. But when you go out and give up draft capital for running back in today's NFL, what you're saying is that we're ready to win right now.
Saquon's won one playoff game.
You know, and so there's counterpoints to you know the hey, if there's somebody special, you go out and get them. But back in the day, you make a great point. Running back was like the thing. I talk about Jalen's pick. I talk about Khalil Mack trade. You'd have thought Chicago was going to go to the Super Bowl for 5 years straight. And, part of that is, would they have won the trade had they had a quarterback or something like that where the offense was a lot better? And Kyle, I don't mean to talk about something that's close to home, but I guess the point is, like, people made fun of the Raiders. Where were the Raiders going to go with Khalil Mack? They weren't going anywhere with Khalil Mack.
This is my whole Justin Jefferson argument.
I know.
But unironically, it's kind of real.
But I would argue that the Justin Jefferson argument is you have such a dynamic offense and an offensive play caller that, like...
That's why I'm comfortable with letting a guy like that walk if it's an exchange for the right haul. And you got, like, weapons in that...
I wouldn't trade Justin Jefferson. I'm not going to call you...
We have different Madden franchises.
Yeah. RG3, I was with the Rams when we passed up RG3.
I'm going to get Caleb Williams.
And got all those picks. Now, there's always two sides to the story. Like, our picks weren't all hits, but I remember we walked all our picks out for the coin toss when we played the Washington Redskins, and it was RG3 was the captain, and there were like 5 picks, and we sent all the picks out, which was a real mind fuck for them. But nobody won.
That's awesome.
But nobody won. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, we always think somebody won or
Jack
lost.
Rabbit.
Or we know.
Jack
Rabbit was a good player. How about...
Sorry, the Niners gave up a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth for McCaffrey.
So anyways, the point is Jordan Love, they made a terrific move. It has worked out. There's more that he has to do. But I just want to tip my cap to these guys because, as you pointed out, they have nailed this quarterback thing. I want to point something out that has no bearing on this game at all, but it's entertaining. There is a Kirk Cousins curse that's going around, and it says this, and it is 100%. If you lose to Kirk Cousins, you're not going to the Super Bowl. No team that lost to Kirk Cousins goes to the Super Bowl that same year. Both these teams, bad news for them, lost to Kirk Cousins, okay?